Is it over tonight in Dallas? If we had a show tomorrow, we'd probably ask the same question ahead of Game 4 in Edmonton of the 2024 Stanley Cup Final between the Oilers and the Panthers. Listen, Florida was the series favorite before things got started. Boston was the series favorite in the NBA Finals before things got started. So maybe it's not overly shocking that both of those teams are up 3-0. But here in the Stanley Cup Final, it was supposed to be much more competitive. Last night in game number 3, Edmonton back home in Alberta at Rogers Place. It was the Panthers and Sam Reinhart scoring the first goal of the game in the first period. Edmonton did even it up in the second, only for the Panthers to score the final 3 goals of that period, including Sasha Barkov, that did play last night and had a goal and an assist. Edmonton made it interesting in the third and final period, but ultimately Sergei Bobrovsky has just been too much for Edmonton to get past. He makes 32 saves last night on 35 shots as the Panthers now hold a commanding 3-0 series advantage with the 4-3 victory last night as a road underdog in Edmonton.
Look, you need your stars to step up. Just take a look at the game last night and who scored and who assisted there for Florida. Goal scorers, Tarasenko, Reinhart, Bennett, and Barkov. You take a look at Edmonton, like, oh, it's got to be McDavid. It's got to be Draisaitl, Hyman. No. Fogelli, Broberg, and McLeod. They could be like a law firm right there that I never even heard of here stepping up and scoring for Edmonton. Like, we need the big guns here to actually provide some entertainment for the Edmonton Oilers. And what I mean by entertainment, at least get us to a game number 5. So we'll see if they can come up. Now, at least you had a couple points there for McDavid last night, and rightfully so. But we just haven't seen the big guns play all that well. And that's a credit to the Florida Panthers' top checking line, keeping them in bounds here.
This was supposed to be Connor McDavid's coronation, his first Stanley Cup Final appearance, the next chosen one or great one, if you will, in Edmonton that wears 97 and not 99. He has had multiple assists. He had 2 last night and assisted the only goal for the Oilers in Game 2 in Sunrise, but has not tickled the twine just yet. So Florida entered Game 3 a minus 490 series favorite. Florida is now a minus 2,100 series favorite to win their first Stanley Cup in franchise history. In the Stanley Cup Final for the third time ever as an organization, for the second consecutive year, 1 win away from denying Canada yet another Stanley Cup.
Yeah, and it looks like it's probably going to only go 4 games. Now, it is a slight little advantage here for the Edmonton Oilers at a minus 122 price on their home ice. And theoretically, they should win at least one of those 2 games at home. In hockey, hey, your goalie plays a little bit better. Your team steps up. It's tough to sweep teams, specifically in finals. Now, we're getting that in the NBA as well. But just focusing on the series, what's the perfect scenario again? You got to get out early and you got to score the first goal. I understand it didn't work in game number 2, but the recipe for success is not to get behind. I'm pretty sure like most of these standard bearers here in the playoffs is like, hey, what's the best way to win a game? Well, 72% of the time when you don't score first, you win. No, you always hear the opposite statistic, Ben. Team that scores first typically is the team that's going to win that game. Yeah. That's all you need to see out of Edmonton at this point. Maybe the only thing that can save the Edmonton Oilers, hear me out on this, Ben. Phone call goes into Wayne Gretzky. Wayne, we're going to need a little help from you here. We're going to take down that 99 out of the rafters. We're going to change in number 97 for 99 for McDavid and see if we can catch that lightning in a bottle. It might be the only thing we can do, man. It might be the only thing.
Listen, I've seen Gretzky walk around. The knee still looks spry. I think he could get out there, the great one. Now, as we look at the rest of the Stanley Cup Final, 4 games is the shortest in the total duration and, of course, in the correct score. It's a plus 102 price. What is that? Florida's money line number for game number 4 tomorrow night at Rogers Place. The last Stanley Cup Final sweep that we saw was in 1999. The last time that both the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Final in the same season ended in 4-game sweeps, that was 1995. We might be seeing history for the first time in nearly 3 decades. However, unlike the NBA, when a team has held a 3-0 series lead and we have never seen a comeback, it has happened 4 times in Stanley Cup postseason history, including once in the Stanley Cup Final. Let's travel back to 1942 when the Toronto Maple Leafs were down 0-3 against the Detroit Red Wings and came back to win it in the 6th. Will it happen this time around up in the Great White North? What do you think, Dunny?
By the way, if I'm an owner of the team, I'm forcing my teams to lose here in game number 4. Get the home gate in game number 5. Buy another house. Buy another house.
Hey, plus 220. That's the number. Hour 2 next.